stop playing around.
It's that time of the year again. E3 has come and gone, and now that it's been about a month, we've all had a chance to think it all over. Overall, I'd say this year's E3 was pretty average. Of course, I'm pretty excited for any new type of console like the Wii U, even though the name doesn't really appeal to me as a non-casual gamer. And I don't think there was really any new IPs, but there are a lot of sequels. First, let's get this out of the way. The type of games on my list have to have some presence on either the show floor during the presentation or in an interview during the course of the E3 days. So with that out of the way, what did I think the best games showcased at E3 were? Let's take a look. This is the top 10 games of E3 2011. So, yeah. Finished the fight, anyone? Does anyone else feel a bit trolled? Halo might not be my favorite series of games ever, but statistics don't lie, and even though I might not personally like Halo, it's hard not to keep an eye on a multi-million-dollar series. Halo 4 is said to be the marking of the start of another trilogy of games. Yeah, a trilogy. So if you need your fill of Master Chief, it's surely on its way.
I am serious, and don't call me Shirley.
It seems a little too soon for me as I'm not a big Halo fan, but I'll give it the benefit of the doubt for all the fans. It's not like we didn't see this coming eventually, but the series is just worth too much money to stop making, I guess. Let's just hope it's good though. Twisted Metal? Really? Oh, he's turned into a mech. That's cool. Like Twisted Metal Transformers. Sweet tooth. This is just an example of something that I didn't even hear about until now. I was right there watching a gameplay demo of the game. Cars were transforming into mechs, and there was a big-ass boss fight with multi-phase mechanics. So like, well, yeah, so like, wow. And of course, the gritty and gruesome humor that you'll always get with the Twisted Metal game, or is that just the blatant violence? Violence is funny. But is it just me, or was anyone else surprised that this wasn't shown during the presentation? This looks a lot cooler than a lot of the stuff that was shown during any conference. Maybe it's because Jaffe's not family-friendly enough for this E3. Coming in at 8, we have Star Wars The Old Republic, an MMO that is promising to break many barriers that MMOs face, mainly in terms of story. Now honestly, I was excited for this game as soon as the game was announced. If you knew me in real life, you'd know that I heart me some Star Wars. Heck, I was playing Star Wars Galaxies back in the day and actually thought it was pretty good before they decided to update it to coincide with the current MMO standard. So it doesn't really take much for me to get even more excited, but they didn't really showcase any noteworthy gameplay in the presentation. And honestly, just a CG trailer that's been cut and recut and shown as new just doesn't do it for me as much as it might have a few years ago. And because of this, it doesn't reach nearly as high as it could have. But I'm still definitely interested in the game. Now, I haven't exactly beaten all the Assassin's Creed games. The first game was a technical marvel, but wasn't exactly great in terms of longevity of gameplay. There was a lot of samey content that you had to do to progress the story. Once 2 rolled in, I jumped back on the bandwagon to see what had improved, and generally speaking was pretty impressed with it. Brotherhood solidified my interest in the series, and now we're going to be seeing the end of the Ezio story. From what we've seen on the show floor, Revelations is looking to be pretty badass, and is going for a much more epic feeling than the last few. Cause you know, when shit's on fire, they mean serious business. Let's just hope they can compete with the other big name titles that are coming out this year. When Far Cry 2 came out, I was actually pretty excited for that game. But once I got my hands on it and couldn't play the game like I wanted, I was pretty disappointed overall. I wanted to play the game in a more stealth-like fashion, but it seemed like as soon as you did any action aside from casually skipping, all the NPCs in the area knew exactly where you were, which made the game a lot less realistic and confining, forcing you into a more run-and-gun gameplay approach. From what we've seen so far, Far Cry 3 looks to be a lot more engaging in both stealth-like gameplay and action, so the game is definitely on my lookout list. The game does look pretty amazing, and so did Far Cry 2, but graphics aren't everything, and if I have to concede to playing to a dictated style of gameplay again when they advertise otherwise, I'll be as sad as I am watching those damn animal rescue commercials. Oh no! Oh no! with that! After E3, I honestly don't even know which game to root for anymore. A lot of it just blended together for me, especially when I was watching Modern Warfare and Battlefield, along with all the other FPS games coming out. There's been a lot of talk about Battlefield 3 and how it's going to completely destroy Modern Warfare when it comes out, but there's no real way to know that, and at this time they remained head-to-head for me. I guess we'll just have to wait and see, but they both look pretty damn amazing. Battlefield is coming out before Modern Warfare and is hosting an open beta during September, so will the head start on the release date give Battlefield 3 the advantage? We'll just have to wait to find out. It's also generally more of a PC game than Modern Warfare is, so taking into consideration that I'm a PC gamer, perhaps Battlefield 3 will be my game of choice, but that sort of speculation doesn't count for anything right now. It's going to come down to which game will blow us out of the water with its story and gameplay, and there's no real way to know that without actually playing those games. So I guess I'm stuck with the rest of ya, just waiting for them to come out. Nintendo had its day, and it's pretty safe to say that we're all pretty interested in what the new system will do, or at least how much it will cost. I'm actually more intrigued to see if the games will have to be watered down like they are now, but hopefully with the console upgrades it will be enough so that it isn't an issue for developers anymore, especially when the new consoles for Sony and Microsoft come out. It's been a while since a new console Zelda game has come out, but Skyward Sword's on its way, and I for one couldn't be more excited to see this game come to fruition. Zelda has been around for 25 years now, and not once have I ever been really disappointed in a new entry. So hopefully Nintendo maintains that good standing with us and delivers us a great new Zelda title. Man, does this game look good. Crazy action set pieces plague the trailers to this game at E3, and there are a lot of games that do crazy movie-like action sequences but allow you to be in control the entire time, and that's probably what I'm most looking forward to in Uncharted 3. Of course, all that smooth platforming and shooting gameplay will return, and hopefully they'll continue their great multiplayer trend. It's probably pretty safe to say that this game is going to be pretty good. Let's just hope that Drake finally chooses which girl he wants to be with. Freaking love triangles. It should be the Legend of Drake. The Elder Scrolls Oblivion has already been out for almost 6 years. That's pretty crazy when you sit down and think about it. I can remember watching the gameplay demos from that game, and it seemed like yesterday I was drooling over the gameplay and graphics, eagerly awaiting my chance to play the game. Yeah, drooling, I mean, I was just like... That time is come and gone, but now, just like before, I am just as eager to play some Skyrim. The gameplay and images can speak for themselves. This game is beautiful, and hopefully with the gameplay enhancements promised to us, the game will find its place among the greats. I'm just looking forward to some long, peaceful walks through the forest. Oh, and being a badass thief who pillages money, eccentric items, or anything else that isn't nailed down by the hand of computer gods. I don't think any matter of sequels could get me more excited than Mass Effect 3 at this point, aside from maybe Skyrim. The investment in the series from the first game will span about 5 years once the game is released, and a lot of difficult in-game choices. It will be amazing to finally see all those choices pan out in Mass Effect 3. Then once you're finished, it'll be time to start it all over again, making different choices the entire way. To me, there's nothing that can replace that feeling of being a part of this epic, galaxy-exploring, conflict-filled sci-fi game. It's an experience that will stay with me for the rest of my life. Also, we gotta find out if all those people I slept with are gonna find out about each other. They probably will. Hey, Liara. What are you doing? Hey, Hey guys, thanks for watching the video. Be sure to thumbs up and favorite the video, as that directly helps me and the channel grow even bigger. And that's how we're gonna, band together and take down the man or something. I don't know. And be sure to leave a comment down below telling me what your favorite game of E3 was. And if you were actually there, even better, tell me what your favorite game was of E3 that was totally under the radar that nobody else is even talking about. Also, be sure to be following my Facebook and Twitter, as that's where I'll be posting any multiplayer information, so if you want to play some games with me, or generally just hang out with other people who like the channel and stuff like that, then go on by and click the like button on either of those things. So that's it, guys.